The shitting on those maggots is gonna take a while. He might wake up or start squirming.
Yeah, but it's worth the risk. I need to lose like 10 followers when I post this shit.
Dude, you're literally drawing their hands so bad, dude. Like, dude, what the fuck? Why did you draw their wounds so big? Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how come you're using such drab colors to draw dying people? Like, dude, what the fuck? Use some, like, vibrant reds and neons and shit. Ela, show them how it's done.
In the world of art, you get to see a lot of different folks, from those who create beautiful masterpieces to those who have never picked up a pencil before. But we've all seen and heard annoying comments regarding, why don't they make art like the old masters? Why don't we see marble statues, oil paintings, whatever anymore? The funny thing about these comments is that they always come dripping out of mouth breather's hot dog hole. Are we really this absent-minded to think that what you see on your For You page is the only art being made? Do you really think we don't make art? Do you really believe that biblical art died in the 1800s? The real problem is that you refuse to look beyond pop art. Even if I told you to find art you'd like, you'd still find a reason to complain. If you really want to see more art that speaks to you, you need to make it yourself. Stop demanding that others cater to your very specific standards of what art should be. That's the epitome of apathetic loser shit.
It's easy to criticize something you didn't have a say or hand in, and all too easy to disregard something you've never tried yourself. Everyone thinks they can win a fight, but you get welcomed into a whole new world the first time you get punched in the face. Even if you fail, you're still doing better than the person who never tried. I know one of the reasons why I started drawing is because I felt like no art I came across celebrated the things I found cool in a way that I could show other people. No one has your voice but you, and it's a disservice to yourself to use your message to cut down the people trying to do the same.
So let's talk about what's preventing you from making the art you want to see. One of the biggest things I see is folks acting apathetic towards the idea of making art. It's something that seems to cultivate a recursive cycle of negativity. You see art you don't like, then you say all art is garbage, then you choose not to make anything because art is gay.
If something is shit, would you rather invest your energy into wailing about it, or would you rather elevate something you actually like? If all art's lame to you and nothing else, what are you getting out of talking about it? Maybe you can use your schedule hater time to make the next Sistine Chapel. The people who made it are as human as you. They just stopped bitching and got to work on something they believed in. What is the solution to complaining? Doing something about it.
I've noticed it on almost every platform. You see someone post a painting from the 1800s and they bemoan modern art, as if the fact that it's new is the problem. I get it. Some things that get popular in expressionist art galleries can often offend others by being provocative or low effort. But I'll say it right now, if you got mad at it, it worked. It got the exact reaction the artist was looking for. The painting Who's Afraid of Red proved its point by someone slashing the painting out of anger. If you really wanted this kind of art gone, you would ignore it. Yet you choose to ignore the artists making beautiful digital or physical paintings in favor of giving these bait pieces attention.
Damn, my buildings never look like they're going towards the same vanishing point.
Just send it. Slaughter's usually quick.
Hey shit eaters. Fucking fat losers. Brown furs. You guys are drawing? Let me see. Holy shit, you guys suck. You need to draw more like me.
How the fuck does this have 7 likes?
I'm glad you see that I'm the better artist.
God, this dude's blood type must be cottage cheese. So when are you going to start making art for yourself? I'm serious when I say it.
It's not like any of us are special, and weren't in your shoes when we started. It doesn't matter if you feel too old or not ready. Even if you only draw like 6 minutes a day, that's like 42 minutes a week of practice. And that adds up a lot faster than doing nothing.
It seems as though we forgot that we are equal to our ancestors and fully capable of making great things. Yet you don't. You refuse to make a difference in your own life just because it's easier to complain than create. If you're not seeing art for you, pick up a pencil or a chisel and start making it happen. Being a snarky galaxy-brained Redditard making fun of painters who actually tried to make something speaks more about you than the artist.
Dude, you can't say that! That's like half of our audience! Don't you remember what happened last time?
So let's talk about where you can find art that speaks to you. This is actually a very important part of both discovering an appreciation for the different mediums, but also it can help you discover new passions. A goal of mine was to learn as much as I could without the school system. I've always found that I work the best when I'm allowed to study freely. When you get absorbed into a medium for a little while, it can grow into a significant understanding of why a piece that's handmade costs more than some cheap copies. But I digress. Surprisingly enough, Google Arts and Cultures is a surprisingly good resource for finding painters and other artistic mediums that can help enrich you. Interestingly, you'll find a lot more painters who are still alive and making art that you're going to traditionally think of as gallery pieces. To realize that we didn't stop making religious art and that we didn't stop making oil paintings is refreshing to see. But this is exactly what I want people to take away from this video. Art isn't dead until humanity is dead.
I started drawing because my undergrad needed some whatever credits, and I thought art was going to be easy. That one decision changed my entire life from a cozy career being a cop and all that, to being a furtist online. I didn't agree with everything my professor said, but college art classes are great for teaching you how to draw things that you would never try on your own. If you're serious about something, find the people who get it. You're better off talking to new people who will go, hell yeah. Also, this is how you make it better next time. I just so happen to find those people in the art department. It's better than trying to explain to old acquaintances that don't care, or having to answer why you've been drawing mice dudes for like 2 years straight, over and over again.
Now, why is it important to make the art you want to see instead of relying on others? When you get down to the core of it, you are the only person who has your vision in your head.
Think of your passions like a boxing match. Yes, you have coaches, a strike team, a nutritionist, a doctor who clears your health, but you're the one who steps in the ring, alone. Your life is on the line, and the only way to ensure success is to fight.
You can't rely on others to make what you want. It's very childish to think that just because we want it means it should exist without us having to put effort in. Thinking like this completely negates the time and effort it took to learn these art forms. You're not getting anywhere by sitting on your ass. Even if it's something that would benefit everyone, why wouldn't you think to make it yourself? Why? Because it's too hard to pick up a pencil. Or maybe it's just because you're entitled to others' time and effort. You only cheat yourself by thinking this way. There are so many ways to learn, and the bar for entry is incredibly low. It's all about how passionate you are. It's easy to complain. It's not easy to create.
Just remember that you're in the ring now, and the people you should consider are the people who also stand in the ring, not the people who sit in the audience where you once sat.
Wow, you're really putting in all this effort. My gaming rig can make something better. You just have to run taint LGBT on Linux and run it through the Agartha algorithm.
What?
Everyone else in my polycule uses the same client.
What?
Check this out. Just you wait. Oh wait, it fucked up. Hold on.
God fucking damn it! I just wanted to go outside and draw some realistic shit. Is that too much to ask? Are we allowed to be happy?
Don't worry. We have plenty of references right here.
I'm gonna puke.
So who's gonna make the art you want to see if you're not willing to?
You got two options. Pick up the pencil or pay someone else to pick it up. And one is gonna feel a lot more rewarding to you.
We all get this type of vibe that the folks that talk about how culture is dead and that everything is degrading all the time are simply doomers without any real world experience or anything to tie them to this life. I get it. Not everyone's life is going to be a boat ride, but it doesn't mean you should stop trying and let yourself get consumed. I'm serious. When you have a dog and at least one close friend who can keep you on track, it's a huge help and can really push you away from seeing things in such a negative light.
Yo, that's the nicest thing you've ever said about—
Can it, Squeaker? I thought you were a mouse, not a dog. So let's figure out how we can avoid this kind of thinking. I just said it. Tying yourself to this life in reality can have insane effects on your mental health.
It's important to ground yourself as an artist because you can easily get lost in your work for better or worse. When you overthink other people's art, you're really gonna overthink your own.
I think it's important to remember that these negative thoughts are manifestations of a larger issue we have in our own lives. A lack of meaning or a lack of belonging can cause this, though my proposal comes back to either giving yourself something to care about or to use the lack of belonging as motivation for the work you create. I've used spite to push my work multiple times. There's nothing that feels better than proving the crabs and haters wrong in your life.
You're also proving something to yourself. Maybe this could be the hobby or passion you can brag about at a bar, or get your family off your back when they say, "What are you doing with your life?" Art can be a very powerful voice, more powerful than a voice that everyone tunes out because they're used to hearing a complaint over nothing they can change. We didn't say that this path is easy, but in life you either choose the chronic pain of stagnation or the temporary soreness from the highs and lows of passion.
Make the art you want to see, or at the very least try to make something that's close to you. It's a struggle to imagine the work that went into these giant pieces of art like City by Michael Herzl, or Zdzisław Bezinski's massive catalog of oil paintings, but they all started from the same place you did. It's not worth living your life hating on others just because you refuse to look outside your own bubble. It's a struggle, but it's entirely worth it.
Everyone is invited to this mad world of media creation. If you're afraid that someone won't like your art, just know that there's always someone else who sees the value in it, even if it's just yourself at first. No one is going to be on their deathbed and say, "I wish I spent another 30 years watching from the sidelines and nitpicked."
In conclusion, make the art you want to see. Or shut the fuck up. Eat a cinder block. What the fuck was that?
What?
That's my line.
Okay, and? You get to say it all the time.
Yeah, cause it's my thing. You know, my signature.
What, so you're the only one on Earth who gets to say it?
We aren't even on Earth right now, dumbass.
Well, when we get back on Earth, maybe you should actually try eating a cinder block.
I'm gonna get a cinder block right now and jam it down your fucking throat.
Yo, did someone say jam?
Get the fuck out!